this video, we want to talk about how to go into Word and the new features of Word 2007, or at least some of them. So some of you might have an icon on your desktop, or if you notice down here, I use Word so much that I put it on my toolbar. But if you come over to the Start menu, that's another way to go into Microsoft Word. So we're going to pick on Start, and then All Programs. And then you scroll down, you find the folder for Microsoft Office. Double click on that, and then you see I have Word, PowerPoint, Excel. I'm going to go into Word. Alright, now if you've been using Word for a long time like I have, the first time you go into Word 2007, it's kind of a culture shock, you know? The screen is quite different. So let's talk about that. First of all, you have different menus. It used to be File, Edit, View, Insert, and now you have different menus, as you can see. And the way the menus works has changed as well. Notice when I'm clicking on each menu, the toolbar changes, the commands in the toolbar change. So that takes a little bit of getting used to. And then another thing that they've changed is some of the locations of some of your favorite commands. So there is a learning curve here. Now, by the way, the menus are now called tabs, and the toolbar is now called the ribbon. So if you hear the word ribbon, it's referring to what we always called the toolbar, and then the tabs, or the menus, now called tabs. If you notice, there's not a file menu. So where do we get to all of our file commands? Well, you're going to come over here and use the Office button. With the Office button, you can see many of the commands that used to be under File are now here. Now, another thing that you'll find is that you have your most recently used list. These are your most recent files. And really, you can just click on one of those, and then it's going to open up that document. Okay, so that's really easy to do. So I like the most recently used list because it used to go up to 9 documents. Now it goes up to 18 documents, which is great. And then also, if you notice over here, you have these thumbtacks. If you click on one of the thumbtacks, that turns green. So what that means is that file will be up on your most recently used list, even if you haven't used it recently. So that you did that with all your favorites. To make it back to normal, you're just going to click on the green one, then it goes back to normal, as we can see. Another thing that's under the Office button is your Word options. It used to be we would go under Tools and then Options. Now we're going to go into Word options. So a lot of things that used to be under Tools Options are now under the Word options, as we can see. There'll probably be another video about this, about the options, but here's a couple that I want to change right away. Under the Popular tab, see where it says username and initials? I'm putting my own name and initials in there because those will come up sometime during our sessions. But we'll talk more about the options on some other video. I'm going to click on OK. So that was the Office button. You have most of the commands that used to be under File. You have your most recently used list, and you have the Word options. Of course, also, this is a way to get out of Word completely. Now, if you look where my mouse is right now, this is called the Quick Access Toolbar. The Quick Access Toolbar is always up there, and that's where you put your favorite commands. If you notice when I go to the different menus, the toolbar or the ribbon changes, but the Quick Access Toolbar always stays consistent. So let me show you a couple ways to add items to your Quick Access Toolbar. I'm going to click on this pull down. And here are some really popular commands, like we use Open all the time. So I'm going to pick on Open, and notice how that icon is up on the Quick Access Toolbar. Just click on this pull down and just pick and choose any one of these, or as many as you wanted to. And then you can see that icon is up there. If you want a bigger list of commands, click on the pull down, and now pick on More Commands. And now you have lots of Word commands that can be added to your Quick Access Toolbar. So for example, I do a lot of Print Preview. Just pick on that and pick on Add. Or I do a lot of Quick Print. Pick on that and pick on Add. And you can see those icons are now on the Quick Access Toolbar. Of course, to remove an icon, you're going to click on one of the icons and pick on Remove over there. Now this is showing us a list of popular commands. To see even a bigger list, click on this pull down, and then we can use All Commands. Now this will show you every possible Word command, and you can add as many of those to your Quick Access Toolbar as you wanted to, but you can see there's hundreds of commands there. So when you're done with this screen, click on OK. And now those icons have been added to your Quick Access Toolbar, as you can see. Now here's another way to add items onto that. any icon that you see on the toolbar or on the ribbon, you can do the following. Let's say I do bold a lot. I'm going to right click on bold, and then you pick on add to quick access toolbar, and you can see how that icon is now up there. So you can really right click on any icon and be able to add that to your quick access toolbar. So I wanted to mention that. So let me show you where your help menu is. Your help menu is way over here on the right hand side, this question mark. You're going to click on that. Now you can pick one of the help topics that are available, or you can just search for what you might be looking for. So let's say I type in the word bold, and then it'll give you some topics about how to make things bold. All right? And I do believe that they've made the help screens easier to follow in this version. But to get to your help window, you're going to use the question mark over here. Now, another thing I want to show you that's brand new with the 2007 version is something that's called preview mode. I'm going to highlight some text here. There'll be another video about how to highlight your text, but I just drag my mouse across the text there. Now I'm going to click on the font size, and I'm not going to click on any one of these. I'm just going to move my mouse, and notice how it's going to show you what that's going to look like. We call that preview mode. Alright, so that's a real useful item. It's going to show you what that text looks like before you pick it. So I do like that. Even with something like the font color, as I move my mouse over the colors, notice how those are changing. So that preview mode is really effective. It's going to show you exactly what that text is going to look like before you pick it. And then one more feature I want to show you. If you go down to the status bar, which is this guy down here, really for the first time we can decide what's going to be on our status bar. What you're going to do is you're going to right click on that, and then you can pick and choose which ones that you like. Like for example, I like the section number and the page number. So you can pick and choose as many as you wanted to, or you can turn off ones that you don't really need. Of course, the checked ones will display, and the ones that are not checked will not display. Here's one, caps lock. So if I have caps lock on my keyboard, it'll tell me that on the status bar. So once you're done with the screen, just click somewhere else. The way I got to that was I right clicked on the status bar, and then you can pick and choose as you need to. For example, over here it tells me I'm in section 1, page 1, how many words. Now I'm going to hit caps lock on my keyboard, and notice how it says caps lock over here as well. If I hit the caps lock key again, notice how that goes away. So that's a nice feature that we can decide what's going to be on our status bar. So those are some new features that you have with Word 2007.